All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue podcast. I'm your host, Brett. We got Chris, the artist formerly known as Heavy C. We got multiple injuries, Matt, and Tanner the Head. We have our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln, yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
We also have Rosewood Block. They make the best cutting boards in barbecue. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there as well. And then we also have the real Midwest Mecca, Omaha Barbell, where we almost always record from.
True, almost always.
Yes. We have no discount code.
Do you want one?
No.
You could probably make one.
I'm sure I could. It is the new year. We talked about what our New Year's goals were going to be, except for Chris. He doesn't have any goals in life at all, he said.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Your goal is to accomplish nothing?
Fuck
yeah.
Just keep slaying.
Keep slaying.
Please never say that again.
Keeping it real.
Keep slaying.
Yeah, slay girl, slay.
Keep slaying.
You go, Queen.
Yeah.
What do you slay?
It's a good question.
Like snow?
No.
Yeah, I
Just
am
a
glad you
figure
made
of
it in.
speech.
It was a little weathery this morning, like a little cold.
It was.
I thought I saw a snowflake. I thought
Came
maybe
outside
you
and
get
I
stuck
saw
in your
some
house.
ice, and I was like, man, I don't know. No, I can't.
There's a winter weather advisory starting at noon. I thought you might need to prepare for it.
Well, I do got to get, I'm elder, so I got to hit the store on the way home.
I do.
We may never be able to leave again, so I got to get there.
I need to make sure, like you said, yes, I got to turn my snowblower on. Make sure.
Yeah, I fired that bad boy up yesterday.
Oh, fucking Amazon. Well, actually, this is me procrastinating from last year, so I have to take. But I have been doing way better. But I order a pole because last year I ripped it out like the last snow.
Just raw power.
Well, it was just being stupid, and I was being probably stupid. And I just fucking yanked it, and the cord was in my hand.
Like, wait a minute.
So I should have ordered. I mean, that was a year ago.
Yes. Did you set an alarm on your phone to order it?
No, I actually just. I was like, it was like right afterwards. I was like, I need to get the snowblower done because I went home. I put the gutter up. Fucking got all my shit done. And I was like, I need to order this, so I ordered it. It was over a week ago, and it's going to be here now. It was supposed to be here yesterday. Now it's going to be here on the 8th. So thanks.
Well,
You know what you get for procrastinating?
imagine-
You get a shovel. That's what you
I think
get.
it's like
True.
I saw 1 to 3 on the Weather Channel this morning.
You could probably go to Ace Hardware and grab one.
Yeah, I would say Ace would have it.
A pole.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Because it's just on the one I have, it's like a Tecumseh. It was just like 4 screws and the whole thing is an assembly and you just put it in.
Yeah, I think the strings you can just get, they're just, pretty universal. You probably just go get one and just take that whole assembly off and wrap it in there, then put it in.
That might do that.
Yeah. It's probably the best, unless you want a shovel.
No.
Yeah. It depends. Sometimes a snowblower's not worth getting.
That's
out.
true. It depends on how much snow we get.
I used a snowblower one time at our house. We have a rock driveway. Bad idea. Real bad. I didn't shoot anything at the house, but I did lose probably like half an inch of driveway.
I think you need a flamethrower.
I thought about that. I should have
not a
got
bad
the
idea.
Tesla flamethrower when it came out.
Yeah,
It's not a flamethrower.
You can get a backpack one from was it Palmetto or Classic Firearms?
Palmetto has one. Yeah, you can get a 2.5 gallon can.
But it doesn't last long.
No. But you want the liquid fuel to get rid of it. Like I have a weed torch for my propane, and that'll work, but it's real hot, but it doesn't it's just burning the gas, so it doesn't actually stick on it. So it's not as good.
Yeah.
Just to make some napalm.
When you could probably just lay if you have some
sprinkle it out there.
if you have some dry sticks, you could probably lay them out and just start a fire in your driveway and do that too.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, just keep your driveway on fire. Pour down gasoline first. Let the snow come down. Dig a little hole. Yeah. It'll work perfecly.
and just stand there in your robe with a hose.
I did.
Follow us for more tips.
A car dealer in Lincoln, they did a ton of oil changes and they took all their sidewalks in their lot. They just had this heater run through and then they just took all the old oil and burnt it and just heated it up.
The oil burners.
Yeah. Did you see that black kid who developed a way to turn plastic back into gas?
No?
Yeah.
Is it like a meth pipe?
Like magic?
So he grinds it all up and goes through and turns the plastic back into crude oil. he has a machine he's come up with. I started following him on Instagram. Turns it back to crude oil and then turns it into gasoline.
So whatever like base petroleum product was used to create that plastic, he can kind of revert it.
It looks like crude oil.
Yeah.
And then it apparently when you heat the oil up, whatever temperature you heat the oil up to is the gas, is the type of gasoline. I didn't know that. I don't know. He's
Okay. Yeah, because like there's different stages depending on how you warm it up and you filter it. You get different
So
levels of like
he created
gas, diesel, kerosene,
Yeah.
whatever kind of fuel you're
He
looking
created
for.
his own little like gas station. The kid will probably end up like shooting himself in the head,
I was
back
just
of the head
gonna, I was
twice.
just gonna say that he's probably gonna go missing here. Yeah.
Well, there are two guys. Like, well, I think one guy in Detroit that it was another black guy who created a water car and then ended up dead. Like two of them. Like
What
anytime.
an idiot. You shouldn't have done that. That's what happens.
If you do anything against oil companies, apparently you go get
Yeah.
Clintoned.
Hey, you're unalived.
Ooh, yes, unalived.
Yeah. So you really have no goals for this year?
Not surprising.
Not like physical, monetary, career. Like to be the world masturbating
I
champion?
don't
like
need any
nothing?
motivation. I just keep on
Slaying.
keep on slaying.
To just staying right there in
You're
the
just
neutral
gonna
plane.
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, not
Not going up, not going down. Just
I mean,
just
Oh, he's going down for sure.
not going up, not going down. I don't know. What? Wait, hold on. I didn't listen to the podcast.
No shit.
Obvious.
Yeah.
What were your guys' goals?
I'm not telling you. You can go listen.
oh man.
Yeah.
Matt wants to shoot more people. Actually, just shoot more. How many
A
rounds?
person. I'll start with a person.
Did you do 100 rounds this week?
Yes. I went out. That was kind of just to get them done yesterday. Yeah, just
in the air.
straight in the air. No, I got it, man. I set up a steel target and just kind of did some presentation one shot.
That's going to be an expensive
Do you have a timer?
goal.
It is. Yeah, it's going to be really expensive. Not yet. I'm just working on just like getting a better presentation right now.
Did you go buy that optic yesterday?
I did.
We were out at Scheels last night and we saw a couple guns that you should have bought.
They have a lot of them that I'd like to.
Dude, they have that Kimber. Looks really nice. They have a used Kimber, like their new race gun. And it was $1,200?
I can't remember.
$1,600?
Something like
What
that.
was that Wilson Combat? That was like $2,000, wasn't it?
It was like 25, 23, or no, 23.99 used.
For a used
EDC
Wilson Combat.
EDC 9. It's like their EDC one.
Yeah.
They're real like.
I think I'm going to take
1911.
that CZ I have and get it milled to have that Vortex optic on it.
The Shadow? Is it a Shadow?
No, it's a P10, but it's a 45, which they only made, I think, 7 of them ever because nobody wanted them. So
You went and bought the... Which optic did you buy?
it's their Vortex XL Comp Dot. It's the one that's like half price out there because I don't know if like the footprint, people don't really like the footprint on it, but it has a huge picture window, like a gigantic frame for it.
That's the one. I didn't know what it was. We were looking last
Yeah.
night.
Is Scheels back to not sucking?
We were there late, and it was like...
Why did
Not-
it suck?
Too many
Just
people,
humans.
no parking.
Yeah.
We went there
Parking
at like
was fine.
7.
Parking
Yeah,
was
it
fine
Seven. It
yesterday.
was about 7.
Yeah, it was still
nobody
like I
there
never
but
try to park in the
teenagers.
actual lot. I just go by like that little frontage road area.
Yeah.
And I just drive in there, find a
Oh,
spot
get
to park.
your steps in?
Yep.
Yeah, it was just full of kids last night.
Yeah, freaking
Yeah.
that mall.
Just for people out there, Village Point is not a fucking daycare.
No, it is.
But it's not.
Yeah. Should be.
Until Amber got hit by a football last night.
Did you go
Kids
hit
were-
them?
Why did you catch it?
I wasn't with her. These kids were just playing catch across the escalator with a football. I wish they would have felt like that one fat lady did that time when we were there. And then it would have actually sucked them in, the base plate thing, like you've seen those videos.
Yeah.
And
There
then
was
I bet they wouldn't throw a football again.
someone was from a video. I think it was in China, like one of their big malls. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The
This
chick just fucking fell right
she
in.
just like with the escalators going up, that top plate is gone. There was some kind of malfunction, but they didn't shut it off, and so it's still going. This lady hops on with like her 2 or 3 year old kid, rides up. And everyone's like, the staff are like yelling at her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm on the escalator, cool." She gets the top, sees what's gonna happen, throws her kid over the little pit thing. The people there catch the kid, and she goes down into the guts of the escalator, and then they shut it off.
She's dead.
That
Could have just let it keep running.
If anybody's not sure how that story ended, she's dead.
Yeah, she died. Yeah, it didn't go well for her.
That kind of makes me sick.
Yeah, that would be one of those like real ucky ones.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh,
On a up note, there'd probably be less people at Scheels the next day, so I could probably get in there and
Maybe.
go shopping alone. You know.
Yeah.
They need to do something with that parking.
Well, they need to build a parking garage at this point
Yeah.
because they fucked up and they're building that Cheddar's out there, so it's even less parking.
It's going to get better when Cheddar's gets in there.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about
Try not to go there.
Cheddar's being out there.
But you know what? You know what it really shows out there is I've gotten all fired up and talked about it before is how bad commercial real estate is and how they're a bunch of greedy fucks. There's so many open spaces at fucking Village Point right now.
In the actual mall area?
We're like, local left, and then there was this place over by like where the Funny Bone's at. That's empty. Gunderson's at Jewelry Store left. Paradise Bakery left. Johnny's left. I think the Funny Bone is leaving too. They're moving.
I don't even know what is that.
The Funny Bone, the comedy club, you dumbass.
It's
Yeah,
in
where Jay
Village
Medicine
Point?
had.
It's been at Village Point for fucking years.
Didn't
They're
know
going back to like 114th and Dodge where they used to be, I think, right?
Yep.
That's the only time I've been to the Funny Bone, but it was
I
not.
wonder if they're going into that area where like DJs used to be and Kohl's, that pharmacy.
I don't know.
It's
They
like
built it
redoing
and
all that.
remodeled it.
Hold on. Where was it at?
I don't know
Village
where it
Point?
was.
Yeah.
It's upstairs. It's when you come in by Paradise Bakery.
It's
you know,
right
over
across
by the
from
theater.
the theater.
Yeah.
On top of the food
Just to
thing.
the east of the theater.
Yeah, it's above where. Yeah, you're basically above like where now it's a ramen place. It was Fuzzy's Taco.
Do you know what's still there though? Cold Stone.
Oh, okay.
It is still
Also
there.
knows. But yeah, it was
yeah.
above there. But I
Almost
think
stopped
they're
there last
leaving.
night.
Gosh,
I had
it's
no
so
idea they were
good.
there.
It is
Yeah.
very good.
It's
Yeah, so
so
all
good.
these
That's why I don't like going
all
there.
these fucking places are leaving.
I like it,
There's
love
there's
it,
a
gotta
goal
have
go
it.
to Cold Stone more often.
I think we should
for
all
New
talk at the
Year.
same time.
Yeah. Cold Stone once a week.
We should definitely all talk at the same time. It's a great podcast. You know why you have headphones on, so you shut the fuck up when someone else is talking.
We're having our own fucking conversation over here. All right.
But no, I just
I got
forgot.
excited.
It's not our fault you don't know where the fuck the Funny Bone is at. You lived in Omaha your whole
Yeah,
fucking life and you have
dummy.
no idea where the Funny Bone's at. And Brett's
No,
got
he
to
just-
fucking draw you
Stupid.
a map of how fucking Village Point
he lived
works.
in Lincoln, and then he lived in like some kind of correctional facility for
Oh
a while.
yes, yes.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, Tanner,
Anyway.
Selly on his belly.
But no, yeah. So that part just gets me fired. But yeah, I think it's the commercial real estate that's running everybody out of there because they're raising rent on everybody.
Well, it's crazy because you see like all those big stores, like Shopko's and Kmart's and Gordman's or whatever. They all have to turn into like you limit, like you build a big store, then the only thing that go in there's a gym,
Yeah.
right?
Or unless they
some-
divide it up somehow. Yeah.
yeah,
Or churches.
church or like a giant like bowling alley or you know what I mean? Like you just limit stuff out. And then there's so many. They all want big tenants. Like they don't want local.
Well,
They
it's
want-
like they're looking for like a national chain to come in there, and like the odds are not great.
So the thing is that when you have commercial real estate, the building has no value. Like that's not how you sell it. The value is in the leases. It's like it's not really a real estate transaction. It's like a business transaction.
Well, yeah, it's like a business. Like if means like the gym is a subscription based business. It's almost more valuable than just like a business with no contracts. You know what I mean? Because you're showing income.
Right.
Yeah.
So with a business, like if I have a bunch of leases and they're long-term leases with good tenants, they basically just take the addition of your leases, add 10%. You know, like you if you make 10% on it after your payment, then you're good. Right. So that's how they sell it. That's how they sell real estate. They just want the big.
Yeah, but there's so many places sitting empty, and then when you talk to people, they're like, "Oh no, these are renting fast." No, they're not. Shit's been empty for years. But anyway, yeah, that's a whole another ordeal of things.
Well, if you didn't have empty places, then you couldn't have like Spirit Halloween pop up. So
They're definitely not.
That's a
popping
great
up
business
at
model,
Village
though.
Point.
Like you just fucking
They can't.
They
I
were.
doubt- they were at Village Point.
they were at Village Point one year.
No
Yes,
way.
they were. They were in.
They were on a corner.
It was where
Like a sign for it was
no,
on
it
the
was
corner
where
or an actual
now
store?
it was like where Pier 1 or something like was that there. I think,
It was on the East End.
or where DSW was at. But yeah, they were there for a year.
They were there for 1 year.
And then they were like, too
Well, and dude,
expensive.
wasn't there
We need a
also?
fact check on that.
Is it still there? Isn't there like like an accounting business or something? There was like an Edward Jones in there for a little while too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
the
that's
problem is then
money
you
management,
don't
they're
have
fine.
retail places.
Yeah, nobody want that. You don't want.
I'd
a
hate to
shopping
go there
center
to
with
see
an
my
Edward
money guy.
Jones. Yeah.
But
Unless they tell you you made a bunch of money and then you just go right down to Scheels.
Well,
I went kind of like last night. I was wondering when we were there. I was like, I wonder what kind of like fucking power Scheels has in Village Point, where they can be like, you know what, we're just gonna fucking leave here,
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
dude. Like, well, we're not gonna pay that rent because I mean, like, because they literally draw so much business to Village Point.
did you see what that? Do you ever go to the Scheels in Lincoln?
I have not been there.
So the Scheels in Lincoln used to be kind of like this one here. Like parking wasn't great and it was kind of on the edge. You know what I mean? And then what they did was like they basically tore it down. They built a parking garage and they took over another building. So like where Best Buy would be at or something like that, like they took over. So like Scheels in Lincoln is bigger than the one here and has its own parking garage. It's actually easy.
Yeah.
Why do people go to Scheels more than Dick's? Like Dick's is kind of like, meh.
Dick's quit carrying guns.
Scheels has everything. Literally like everything.
Dick's quit carrying guns, and like Cabela's only carries shit like that. Like Scheels carries it all. Scheels carries all your sporting goods.
True. They have like sports stuff plus just like normal day
Plus
shit.
like clothes and shoes.
Yeah, we thought we were pretty sure security was looking for us last night because we dropped a fucking $270 pickleball racket. What the? How is that $270?
Bro.
And we picked up like a $50 one. All felt the same.
No.
But we
not until
dropped
you
it and we're
swing
like,
bro.
oh fuck, security's coming.
Well, I have no idea because I don't play pickleball. But like,
I don't either.
The driver, like, if you go buy a driver, I don't know if you could tell the difference holding a $100 driver and a $600 driver, but you sure as hell feel the difference when you hit it.
Dude, but like a driver, you're talking about like the flex of the shaft, the speed,
Yeah.
the size of the head, all that.
Those pickleball paddles are still like the stickiness on them, the tackiness on them. Like, so at our office in Philadelphia, they have a ping pong table and there's some like people who play in leagues around there.
Got a regular fucking
they
Forrest
have-
Gump over here.
And they have like really nice paddles and like you hold on to it and it feels better. It feels better balanced. Like there's a sticky side and a smooth side. So depending on what you want to do with the ball, like you can spin the paddle to hit it differently. And so like I would imagine pickleball paddles are
Pickleball
similar.
is huge.
Dude, it was just crazy. A $25 paddle and a fucking $280 paddle or whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, well, we dropped it. We thought for sure.
Good.
We're going to get fucking kicked out of here.
Good.
But it was fine.
How'd you drop it?
It was a
handoff. Yeah, dropped it on the handoff.
Oh, you guys got to practice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fumble.
And Brett's bending down to pay it over. I'm like, hey, grab that.
And Scheels has got like fucking Vegas securities. They saw everything, I'm sure.
Probably. They're aroused.
They probably
How they
were.
wouldn't be.
We're probably going to be on their fucking video of the week, like when they have their annual security meetings or weekly security meetings. Look at these two fucking idiots.
They were
We're
super
gonna have to lock those pickleball rackets up.
put a fucking lock on it.
No, it's like that comedian. Just go to Scheels, you can fucking test drive a gun, but if I can go to Verizon, I can't get a phone more than 3 inches off the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the goals thing, you started yours, Matt.
Yep. So I read probably about 20 pages every day. And aside from this morning, this morning I did not get a full like ruck walk in because we got a call for the old fire department. So we went to that instead.
Did you wear your ruck while you were on the call?
No, but I did try to like hustle back to the house because it was a CPR in progress. And I was like, I should probably get back. So I did not get that in. But the goal was still, I'm not going to tell the goal. Chris, go listen to the podcast. You almost got me, you fuck.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I can tell. I saw you
That
leaning
was
in like you're trying not to make eye contact, but you're listening. I see what you do.
And then you're
Not
tried to-
procrastinating.
you try to do some things faster.
Yeah.
Is the worst is you procrastinate, and then once you do it, you figure it out. It only took like 5 minutes.
That's what happens most of the time.
Well, that is not what happened with the gutter.
Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah.
You have like 27 kids at your house. And you did it by yourself. Do you only have one ladder?
I have one good ladder.
Well, then you put the kid
yeah,
on the
give
other
them the
ladder.
bad ladder.
They're more fucking.
They're way more bouncy.
Yeah.
You know, those, like, what are they, gorilla ladders or whatever, the ones that fold out and you can
The little
extend
giants?
up?
Yeah.
Those things are freaking handy. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
one of those.
I have one of those, but yeah, they're like terrible to carry around until you use them. They're like bulky and like awful to carry,
A little unpleasant.
but
Doesn't-
super
doesn't it have
versatile.
wheels?
But like,
Mine doesn't have wheels.
so like I have
you got
stairs and
wheels.
like you can extend the one thing
Yep.
down. Yeah, I mean, they're freaking, it's best.
You can make supposedly you can lay it across like scaffold, but I don't trust to walk across that thing.
We've done it. Or I've done it.
Man, every time I see
Like
someone,
fully out straight or
Yeah.
just like L shaped.
No, fully out straight.
And he walked
I
like
got to the middle and then I started to do something. There was so much bounce. I was like, nope, I'm done.
oh boy.
man, you see those people that are on, like I see, like when they're doing roofs and stuff, and they're like, you have one of those guys like 4 things of shingles in their
One of
shoulders.
those guys, be honest, it was
they
a
just, like-
Mexican because you don't. They're the real workers on the
They
thing.
just fucking run up
Just
those
run
ladders.
up the fucking ladder like dumb shit. They're like walking around like
Have you
they're
seen the
not,
one where the
like-
guy's walking and he fucking goes through the roof? He's carrying like
No.
2 bundles of shingle and just falls through the fucking roof.
Bum,
I have
bum,
not-
ba-na.
Oof.
That,
That's a bad
Did
land.
he fucking split it right over?
They
his
probably only
joints?
gave him like a half day off too.
Probably.
So you gotta fix that. It's coming out of your check.
But yeah. Those,
I've seen him use the conveyor belt.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just hook that up and then just hand it up there.
yeah, it's the white guys that use a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
back in the small towns, they used to use the old like the grain elevators. Where it was, instead of like an auger bits to the open one, and they would just throw them in there and just whoop, take them up to the top.
And then that makes
Yeah.
it's just kind of impressive when you see like some 120-pound guy with like 4 things of shingles on his shoulders
And just fucking
sprinting up a ladder like Jesus.
While we're down there just carrying one, like
while I'm inside watching.
It's not really the carrying problem. It's the fact that like I have to check every step I'm taking.
they're probably skipping steps.
yeah.
Yeah. So yours was the
Try not to procrastinate. Just trying to get things done. It's actually a little bit more.
and then you did miss 300 again on the overhead press last week. Just
I
one more.
did.
Yep.
Gave it one more.
One more 2024 failure for Tanner.
Ish.
The last one wasn't that close.
I didn't see it, so
My left arm is.
No good.
It's just. It's like not
it's just
fun.
there so he doesn't swim. Just so he doesn't swim in circles.
Like my left arm's one that always gets fucked up. So like I go to press and like the right's like go and then like the left's like, hey, what are you doing?
Sometimes just actually like the metal cue of telling your arm to go will help.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, do you talk to it? Like pet it before you go? You're like, come on, buddy.
I'm gonna.
We got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Hey,
seen people do that before, like look at their arm like while they're doing something, and I'm like, wow, it's very intense.
I may have
Who's
to
that?
do that.
CT Fletcher, right? Dude, he got that one video he's doing Carl's and he's like, I command you to grow,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
But Sean,
Bets, yeah.
who did the Highland Games, and I didn't realize he was like a top 3 for like 10 years, like a decade.
He won
Or
the
something?
Worlds in 2008.
Yeah, he won the Worlds, but he was like, but that
Yeah.
I mean, that winning the Worlds is cool, but like top 10 for or top 3 for a decade is fucking.
Dude, he was on the cover. I think he was on the cover of Milo one time.
really.
And it's really cool because it just said all bets are off.
Yeah,
And his last name is Betts. It was really like good play on words.
yeah. So he gave me something else to try.
Yeah, and he's
Like a
another,
different sport entirely.
He's another one of those people. He's like a thrower, and he looks like non-athletic, but you put like any kind of implement in his hand, and all of a sudden it's just like poetry in motion. Like you're just like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And that was like we talked to, and actually I think he can do it next week if that works. Kevin Schubert, the 2-time All-American thrower from Lincoln.
Okay.
Even though Matt won't be here.
In 2 weeks?
No, next week.
2 weeks. Cool.
But Kevin's another kid who's just crazy strong.
Yeah.
And like I don't even
I
think he
can
like
squat 700, I feel like, any day, but like, fuck off.
Well, it was
he's just
you
such
showed
a
that-
monster, doesn't he?
You showed that video of him like.
He front squatted 500 just like leisurely.
Well, he power snatched with the
Oh.
worst form ever, 315. Like from a hang
No,
position.
yeah.
yeah. He just like
He flipped his wrist at the top. After it was like already done, he like almost got stuck. Then he was just like he's like real slow, and he goes,
Oh, yeah.
and they did like a reverse curl with like 405
yeah,
that he called like clean.
yeah. And then in his squat, he had I don't know, was it 700 that he had on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Like people
And
like that have to just be super explosive.
But his ass like almost touched the ground.
Picking up them dollar bills, y'all.
I mean,
What else are you gonna do with your
because
ass?
he does Olympic lifting and stuff too for
Yeah.
throwing. So when you catch, you're always
Yeah.
like it wasn't like
Tanner catches differently.
Yeah, rather than head up, ass down, he's head down, ass
Face
up.
down. Face down.
Ass up. That's the way.
oh, you guys are so gay.
And I did the, we'll see how it turned out, but I did the first Barbell After Dark video this morning.
Did you?
I did.
What'd you do?
I did over the...
Took his pants off.
Yep. Introduced the series.
This is going to be a short film.
Yeah, it was.
That's what you did there.
It was only like a minute.
What you did there.
It's like a quick...
Oh man, Tanner finally got one in. So good.
it's like I just did a quick like setting up the chains for the squat.
Oh.
But I don't know how long they need to be. This was like a minute 45.
You need it under 90 seconds if you want it on Instagram as a reel.
Well, so I can put it as a video and then I can make it a short. if I needed to.
Well, you can probably trim 15 seconds of you doing something stupid on there.
Like you gotta let it, what's that Michael Jackson always said? You gotta let it sizzle. You gotta let them really fucking get into it first before you get going.
What was he talking about?
I was like, what are we?
So is that your goal to do barbell after dark?
To let it sizzle.
Just more information out there for the people.
Wow, guys, you really fucking breaking records, and these goals are really, really good ones.
We're trying to get better. You're just like,
Yeah, I mean, if I
You
can, I
didn't
can come
even
up
make
with
an
some
effort.
bullshit fucking goal too, and be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking like wake up in the morning and
I mean, actually, that's a
drive
pretty
to
good goal.
Drive-
I don't know if
drive
I'd
to
call that
work.
bullshit.
drive to work 5 days a week, and then I'm gonna procrastinate less. That's a great goal, Tanner. That's a great goal. I'm proud of you.
hey, it is a great goal. I got a lot of
I
shit
dig
done.
it.
I don't want to hear any more fucking talk about my goal because these fucking goals.
Because you don't have one.
The goals.
We can't talk about
You
it.
didn't even try for your goal.
Neither did
didn't
you.
even-
That
Yes,
fucking
I
lame
did.
ass don't procrastinate goal. That's fucking lame.
Okay. Well, yeah, at least I have a goal. But last
proud
year
of you.
I made an effort
Proud
at my
of you.
300-pound press. Did you ever even get close to it?
I did make an effort, but then I
For a month?
I decided I
was
did
a
it for 3
lowercase
months.
e effort.
3
Bullshit.
3 months, and I was like, yeah. Decided I don't-
Fuck, Matt can probably go run 3 miles in 24 minutes if you give him a month.
I could run 3 miles.
In 24 minutes.
Well, let's not quantify it. I'm just.
I mean, kind of, but
good.
it all kind of goes. What are your goals going to lead to? If Tanner's lack of procrastinating makes his business way more money, it's a pretty good goal.
I just
That's your
like,
measurable outcome.
Yeah, I just put like
If
sometimes I just-
making more content gets more viewers and listeners to our podcast,
These
or
are-
more
I mean,
people
We
that
can
know.
finally
these
get
are-
rid of you.
That's true.
if you have no goals and you just sit there with a thumb in your ass for the next year, what have you accomplished besides having a thumb in your ass?
He will
There
wake
is
up.
that.
Are you
that's-
gonna
that's
work on
an-
2
that's
thumbs
an
in your ass?
That's an accomplishment. I'm telling you.
Are you working up to 2 thumbs in your ass?
I'm just not going to come up with some goal just to come up with a goal. Like if I wanted to do something, I'd have a goal. But I don't think that there's a reason to come up with a goal just to have a goal. That's
Fair.
that's all I'm saying.
But you have nothing that you're
Loser.
you're striving for in life.
Your goal is to not lose ground. There you go.
That's a,
Thanks, Matt. Thanks. Yeah, that's. I mean, hey, that's probably about as good as Tanner's goal.
I like my goal. I got more shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if
And I was on my phone way less.
yeah.
Just like set it and
Now, has it carried over? Like I said, has it carried over to work?
yeah. Well, I mean, I got all. Well, I don't know if any of you guys do your books, but all my books are balanced and everything's ready to go already. It was by January 3rd.
Yeah,
So
Pretty
I
legit.
don't do mine, but I know what you're saying.
W-2s are done. Like,
Print those out next week.
I just got everything done instead of waiting because I don't need to have it done until January 30th or 31st or whatever. I can just fucking get it done. I'm done. I'm ahead.
Fucking tax season again.
So have you started like
I feel like I
a
just got done with it.
like a power list?
No, I probably need to.
I did that.
Like three. You're talking like the 3 things to get done. every
Whichever,
day.
whatever you get them. Yeah, some people call it a power list, or some people, just like how Ed Milet breaks his day down. Whatever,
Well, it's just super simple. Like instead of when something pops up, you're like, oh, I'll do that later. I was like, fuck, I'll just do it now. Just do it now. And then actually, what you said, like when you do that, like by the end of your day, you're like, oh, I'm good. Like I feel like pretty relaxed. Like,
oh.
it's like I don't have to like set another alarm to do the same thing I should have done the day tomorrow.
Well, that's like my thing too. Is like, well, if I don't do it like right now, then what if I can't do it tomorrow?
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel way more productive in the morning than I do come around evening time.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I get up so fucking early because I can knock out like 2 or 3 hours worth of like stuff before the day starts. I'm like, oh, I got all this shit done.
Does that ever change?
This is what-
Like I feel like in the summertime, like it's way easier for me to be productive like at night because it's still light until like 9 o'clock. Like I am just a creature of the sun. Like the sun tells me when I'm gonna get shit done.
No, not for me because like I sleep like shit and I wake up really early because of that. So like by nighttime, by like 6, 7 o'clock, I'm like, fuck it, I'm done.
We
I'm
don't
out.
even eat dinner until 9 o'clock in the summertime.
Oh, get the fuck out of here,
Get
dude.
shit done.
Like my watch will, so I don't have a bedtime set on my watch, but it just like pays attention. And so just around 8:10, it's like beep, 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 beep. Hey, you should start getting ready for bed.
That watch does that?
Yeah.
Really?
What is it, a Garmin?
Yeah, the Instinct.
Oh. So it just like tells you, hey, you're worn out.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, your body battery is at 5, which is as low as it'll go. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, it's been that way since 10 this morning. I got it.
I go to bed at like 9 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see. But I've done, like I tell the youngins at the fire station, like I've done all the things that are going to happen after midnight. So I'm like, I'm good. So going to bed at 9 or 8, like I don't. Like last night, I was in bed 8:30. It was fucking awesome. But then I woke up at like 3:10, wide awake, laid there till 4, and was like, "Fuck me," and just got up. So
Why does your sleep suck? Don't you have a CPAP? Mm-hmm. You still
it's
can't
just
sleep good?
I can stay asleep for probably 3 to 4 hours, pretty consistently.
Then you have to pee.
And then after that, well, sometimes I have to pee. Sometimes I just like kind of start tossing and turning, and I'm getting better at being able to fall back asleep when I wake up. But sometimes, like this morning, it was just like, you're up. And I was like, all right, well.
Is it like room temperature that wakes you up? Like,
No, because I had this house down to like 64. And so,
so you go lower. Like mine goes to 59 at night.
oh, I can't go any lower. Erin will die.
Tell her to wear pants.
She already has a heating blanket on.
The point is to not wear pants.
Yeah. But she has a heating blanket on, long sleeves and
I
pants.
bet it's probably the heat that's waking you up because it's so hot in your house.
Maybe.
Do you have a fan in there?
We do have a little fan going,
Oh yeah, it's got to be the heat.
but it's definitely
Are you
noticeable.
sweating when
I-
you wake up?
If I don't set it, if I don't set it, if the air
64 is not like hot.
if the air
That's
is
what my house is at
if the
right
air
now.
is 68 or higher, like then I sleep really warm. I'm also on some meds right now that make you not really sweat, but like
Some meds.
moist.
Are you having a health issue you haven't told us?
Got a bunch of them. Yeah, so that's kind of inconvenient. Like right now, I'm just like very moist everywhere, like more moist than normal.
Obviously, it's not medicine you can't drink with because that's.
I wouldn't take it.
It says not to drink, but we're going to see what happens.
I've been on. There's like 4 or 5 meds
says
that will make you
common side
violently ill
effects.
if you have booze. And I took one of them one time just to see if like it really did that. It wasn't my medicine; it was someone else's. And I took it, had some drinks. Dude, like you want to talk about violent puking? Yeah, they are not lying when they say like don't drink alcohol because you'll throw up.
Oh, I thought you were more like it says possible side effects.
No, it says it should say 100% you will violently ret your butthole out of your mouth because that's what happened.
Wow.
So don't do that. If they say like, hey, like some say you shouldn't. The ones that say don't, like don't.
Words matter.
Whose
Yeah,
pill did you take?
Oh, it's not important.
Okay.
Did you lose a bet or something?
No, I was
Were
just,
you working at a nursing home?
no, we were just talking about whether or not like these side effects are real. Because they say like, oh, may do this, may do that, and like all of them end with like may cause sudden onset death. And you're like, oh, okay, well, so it was like, hey, don't drink, and I was like, all right, is that real? Yes. If it doesn't say may and it says does, don't. I don't remember what the med was, but it was one pill, and it was maybe half of a 12-ounce beer, and then
That's
everything
it?
I ate since I was born came up. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Unpleasant. Very unpleasant.
They should just give that to alcoholics.
When'd you send? So speaking of going to bed at 9, when'd you send that picture of you in your truck drinking a pitcher?
No, I don't know.
That had to be after 9
That was
o'clock.
on New Year's.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah.
That was different. He was up till 9:30.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 I told him he should take the 4-wheeler just for safety reasons, but
I should have. I'd have been safe. Yeah.
well,
New Year's was fun.
Matt almost died on a 4.
I hung out with
That's why it's funny.
a fella that was a legitimate Nazi youth from World War II era. He was really nice. Not Nazi-ish at all. But he has like the Hitler Youth uniform and stuff, and like he was more sauce than I was when we got there, but like I've hung around him before and like he'll kind of talk about it and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, do you still feel this way or like you were forced to be there. But yeah, he talked about it. Said it was wild.
So does he still feel the same way?
I haven't really asked him directly. I don't
thought
know
you did.
well enough to ask him.
Did you tell him that you're Jewish
Next time I will.
and see how that goes over?
Yeah. Oh, we're
You're gonna find out real quick.
yeah, real quick. But he was super nice.
Oh, hey, by the way, this whole time I've been hanging out, I'm Jewish.
Yeah, so that was an experience.
There were a ton of Nazis in the United States. They brought a ton of them over. Project Paperclip. They brought all the mines over to do shit.
Yeah, I don't think he was part of that, but he was connected with some of the the big money families in Omaha. I don't know if that was his.
Well, I mean, how old
connections
is he?
got him in there? Oh, he's 89,
Yeah, I'd say he has to be up there.
maybe 90.
I did not hang out with a Nazi on New Year's.
Oh, you should. He was really nice. I get it.
All right. Well, seems like everyone's off to the start on their New Year's, except for this guy over here.
Oh, he's doing fine on his goals.
Well, yeah, he's crushing it. Yeah.
I'm slaying.
I got a goal for you. Don't say the word fucking slaying it.
I'm gonna keep staying just because you don't like it.
I'm gonna get a shirt. I'm gonna get a hat.
Slaying.
Slaying.
Oh my
Slaying.
god.
I'm secure
Staying
enough. I'm
slaying.
secure enough in my sexuality, Tanner. If that word really sends you over the edge, I think you got some more issues that you need to probably.
I
talk
understand you're super secure being gay. You're fine.
And, we're doing a good job of being nicer to Tanner after we had a request.
I wore a Tanner shirt today.
About. Wait, who said that we had to be nicer to Tanner?
The internet.
One of our female listeners was like, you guys could probably be nicer to Tanner. I mean, I respect her opinion.
Has she met Tanner?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I still want to be too nice so Tanner doesn't know that we like him. I don't
Right.
want to. Yeah.
Let's not make it weird.
Yeah.
I was just telling Brett yesterday. I was like, man, I haven't seen Tanner in a while. I could probably go another week.
Maybe that's your goal.
Oh, to see Tanner more? No, definitely not. Definitely not going to be my goal.
What's the positive from that?
A little more knowledge for you, Chris.
There you go.
Yeah. That's probably
Hey, if you need updated on conspiracy theories,
Yeah, you'll be a little more worldly educated.
All right, so it turns out I was right.
Is there a
Like I
magazine
told all
for
you guys.
what?
Is there a magazine for you guys, like the Conspiracy magazine?
It's on the internet.
Like Obscure Sports Quarterly? Like Obscure Sports Quarterly?
It's called
Google,
Twitter.
stupid.
It's called Twitter. Thanks. The best thing about Twitter is the community notes. Like someone posts something like, "Hey, dumbass, what about this?" Yeah. I loved it when they community noted the White House 7 times in a row, and the White House quit posting on Twitter.
I just can't do Twitter. I just can't read the shit backwards all the way through all the comments and all the other shit. Like, it's too long.
Twitter?
Yeah, if you want to you get into the comments, then it's just like, there's this comment, there's a comment to this comment, and then it's just like all of a sudden you're
The
like,
comment of a comment of a comment.
yeah, then you're like fucking 400 comments in, and you're not even on the same thing anymore, and it's like it's like Reddit. It's too much.
I don't get that far. I'm more of a headline person.
Yeah, I don't really. Every once in a while, I'll check the comments, but not.
But like we talked this morning, we did establish that Facebook is just 99% clickbait now.
Oh, it's fucking
Like
terrible.
hardly anything on there is true.
Holy shit. So I activated it again just so I could sell that arcade. And when I scrolled through posts, I would say 7 out of 10 were ads.
Yeah.
Of my.
But it's not
What
even
the
ads. It
fuck?
might be like a post that looks like a real post, and it's just like a scam story.
Do you know how many times I have seen Canelo and Crawford are going to fight on Facebook? Like the deal's been made.
wasn't that Facebook thing when they're always saying somebody dies? Clint Eastwood dead.
Oh yeah, there's that too. And then they just want you to click on the fucking link, and then
Morgan
it's like,
Freeman died, and it's always bullshit, and it always comes from Facebook.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, that just goes back to the old, like Abe Lincoln said, don't believe everything you read on the internet. And
Unless it's on Twitter. That's different.
yeah. But yeah, if you set some goals, keep working at them. We'll keep working at ours, except for Chris.
Yeah, we will.
And
Slaying.
yeah, I think the plan is next week. Next week is we'll have old Kevin Schubert on here.
You meant
The
2 weeks.
two-time All-American thrower from Lincoln.
No.
And then I think in February I talked with Dave Tate. We're gonna get him on in February, but that'll be by phone.
Probably a time when Matt's not going to be here too.
Yeah,
Probably.
it'll be by phone. So we'll need to all get our poop in a group for that one.
True.
So, but other than that, you guys got anything else? All right, we appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, share, follow, tell everybody about us. You know, that'd be cool too. We'd like to see our YouTube likes and follows go up.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
if we get some more likes and follows on YouTube, Matt will be nicer to Tanner.
Yeah, if we get if we can keep getting up, maybe Chris will set a goal
Yeah, I'll set a goal.
to help out the podcast. You know, like listen to it so we get downloads that way.
Hey,
maybe put some things out there for people to
Hold
fucking
on.
do
All
something.
right, fucking time out.
'Cause
I subscribe to the YouTube channel. I also always fire it up and make sure it plays long enough when I'm working out so that there's a view. So
Do you know that on the Apple podcast, if you don't download the last 3, you're like not auto downloaded anymore?
I didn't know that.
They changed that last year.
Oh,
So if you haven't listened for a while, get on there and fucking download again. Otherwise, it shuts us off, and those downloads help us out. We're giving away all this great free information. Help us out. So
don't sound so angry about it though.
I'm not. But I think it was stupid that Apple did that. Yeah, if you haven't, I think it's the last 3.
I
Why
honestly,
do they do that? I mean, because people.
I'm guessing
probably
it's
don't.
some people like it just
So you
they
can
don't
try.
so much space on their phone.
Well, I would imagine that they're trying to get a real gauge of who has
No.
engaged listeners.
they're not.
Then why
because if they were they were worried about that, they wouldn't care about downloads. Who downloads?
Well, but if you just set it to auto download and
I
walk
know,
off.
but you just go to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
Right.
they
Like,
should
why
just
don't
do plays.
they should
why don't
do
just
plays.
if they actually cared, they would.
But
do
if you had
plays, but
downloads,
they don't
like,
want to.
but you can just download and walk off, and then you just go away. Like, well, I sent a link to Brett from that one nerd about the algorithm on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
where if you get more views on YouTube if you uncheck send it to your viewer, like your subscribers. Because the way the algorithm works, it'll send it out to active people on YouTube, not just your subscriber group. And a lot of subscribers subscribe, but then don't watch, so it doesn't really do anything. So if you uncheck that, it's like, oh, who do I send it to? Oh, here's this list of active people who have similar video views, and it'll send it out so it'll drive up more viewership, and it'll be better for your algorithm.
I just don't know why they just don't do plays. Like they all know when we
Right.
played it.
Plays would be way better.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that downloads who downloads podcasts. Like who does that? I don't.
I mean, I used
like
to
we
only
have-
do it if I was going to fly somewhere.
Right. I do it now
Yeah.
because I fly a bunch, but
But like even when you fly, you get freaking Wi-Fi.
right. But even now, like I have internet all the
I'm usually
planes, so-
asleep before the Wi-Fi turns on.
I always fall asleep like when we're landing. I don't.
Oh, I'm asleep
Really?
like as we're taxiing the runway. I'm sleeping.
I woke up one time and I was like, "Oh, are we here?" And we hadn't left yet because we'd been there for like an hour.
Dude, you want to talk about
That's
being
the
sweaty?
worst.
The worst is if you get stuck on a tarmac and they shut the fucking plane down.
oh,
yeah.
hot.
The air doesn't go.
Sweaty, dude, especially in like the thick of summer.
Yeah.
Bad deal.
Nope.
But yeah, like, subscribe, share, follow. Check us out on the
Download.
YouTubes.
Download.
Download. And we'll see you guys next time.